Guys, I want you to understand something. The way you win with money is you begin to control your behaviors. It's the only variable you can control. You have to change the person in your mirror. You got to have that moment, like my friend Les Brown, the great motivator, says, where you finally say, I've had it. I am sick and tired of being sick and tired. I've had it. And when you have that moment, only then are you ready to change. I just previewed a video that we're going to put up on our channel soon. You guys are going to want to watch it. This guy lost 400 pounds. You know why he did it? Because he almost died. He was over 600 pounds. He almost died. And he said, I've had it. He's laying in the intensive care and going, this has got to change. This is no longer funny. And when you look up and you make $50,000 a year and you're 33 years old and you owe $70,000 in student loan debt, there is no freaking trick here. There is no little technique. There's no Detanol pill you can take. Debt version of Tylenol. I'll just pop 2 of these and my debt will go away. There's no little company that you can pay a fee to that's going to make your life okay. You got to go freaking bananas. You got to go so crazy with your get-out-of-debt plan that your family thinks you need counseling and your broke friends are making fun of you. By the way, if your broke friends are making fun of your financial plan, you're on track. Broke people are making fun of your financial plan. Get the point. You got to get upset about this. There's some visceral passion that's involved. Stupidity has a gravitational pull. It will hold you in an orbit. And the only way to break out of an orbit from that gravitational pull is there has to be this all-at-once focused intensity burst of energy. And you can break out of the centrifugal pull, the orbital pull of gravity. That's how you break an orbital pull. Stupid has a gravitational pull. It will pull you down to stupid every time. The only way you break away from stupid is you got to get pissed off. It requires an explosion. Boom! I'm going to change my life. 2014 is my year. I am not going to live like the rest of these idiots that are around me. I'm looking at them going, you're a bunch of sheep. You all look alike. Car payment to car payment. Credit card to credit card. Student loan to student loan. I'm going to be in debt my whole life. I'm going to suck my thumb and hope the government, which is well known for its ability to handle money, will take care of me when I retire. I'm not going to be like that. I'm going to change my life. That's how you change your life. It's not an intellectual exercise. Except that it is an act of your will. Because you don't actually have to be laying in intensive care to get that being 600 pounds is a bad idea. You don't have to be on the verge of bankruptcy to get that $70,000 in student loan debt is the gravitational pull of stupid. And I got to get away from stupid because stupid equals broke and desperate. And I don't want to live my whole life this way. I'm going to change this mess. It's not a pleasant discussion. It's blood and guts and sweat. It's messy. It smells. It's not fun. You're tired because all you do is work. You work like a bananimal, man. You're going nuts. You just work like 16 jobs. You work like no one else so that later you work like no one else. You pay a price. You live like no one else so that later you get to live and give like no one else. But if all you do is drive around in a stupid car that you can't afford, living in a house you can't afford, buying purses and dresses and pants and jeans and hats that you can't afford, and going on vacations that you can't afford, what do you think you are, freaking in Congress? Congress can't even do this, but they're doing it. Are you going to live your life with this facade of stupidity and continue to think it's okay? Don't go into intensive care to figure it out. Don't do what I did. Don't go into bankruptcy because I lost everything because I was so amazingly stupid with zeros on the end. I've done it. I know what it looks like. You don't have to do that. You can get the idea that normal is looking good and completely freaking broke in this country, and that is not okay anymore. I don't give a rip how you look or what you drive. And I really don't want to hear about your freaking vacation that you went on that you can't afford. I know you can't afford it because you didn't pay for it. And I don't want to hear about I need to see my mommy. Oh, shut up. You're a grown-up. Tell your mommy to get her butt in the car and drive to see you. You got work to do. You got to clean up your freaking mess. This is how you get out of debt. You have to get this thing going down inside of you that I'm displaying here. It requires a level of passion. The gravitational pull of stupid will hold you in that orbit for the rest of your life, and you will look like the rest of the sheep. Unless you do something about it. So you got to get completely unglued, man. You got to bust out of this orbital pull. You have to kick it in gear like you've never kicked it in gear in your life. But if you will live like no one else, I will make you a promise. Later, you'll get to live like no one else. I don't want to drive that car. Hey, I didn't want to drive that car either, but I drove it. I drove like no one else. Now, you know what I do? I drive like no one else, and I make no apologies for it. And if you don't like it, you can kiss my ankle. I'm going to drive a nice car because I paid a freaking price to get to do that. And I'm okay with that. And some of you aren't, and that's okay with me because I don't really exist for my critics. See, you kind of get an attitude going right before you start winning. This is how it works. This is how you get out of debt. It's not an intellectual exercise. It's not a formula, and it's not a little pill you take. You got to look in the mirror and say, I'm done with you, stupid. You're changing.